What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tony the Savant. Shout out to the SCE, the BCE. My boy Mello, that's the president. Shout out to my boy Jeezy, that's the manager. Shout out to my cousin Hawk. She's been supporting since day one. I love that, and I love you, G. Y'all see the content in the video. We talking about these ESPN firings. It's been a lot of craziness surrounding this situation, y'all. I know I'm tapping in kind of late, you know what I'm saying, touching this subject when I do get the time. But you know, I'm gonna spin it differently. I'm gonna hit you with the realest opinion on the internet. I feel like ESPN is they don't know what to do, man. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to identify their core audience anymore. Whoever is in these offices and all that kind of stuff, they definitely don't know about cats like me, probably you. You know what I mean? They're looking at, I don't know what they're looking at, honestly, bro. To get rid of Jeff Van Gundy, I can't even remember, Max Kellerman, Jalen Rose, and now a lot of these dudes, I'm not sitting here, you know, just trying to jump out the window and say that, oh, they're the greatest sports commentators ever. But to get rid of those guys and then keep a Malika Andrews, it's mind-boggling, bro. It is on several different levels. ESPN, if you ever get wind of this video, we don't like Malika Andrews, bro. You know, yeah, eye candy and all. She's cool, I guess, but she's not pretty enough to validate keeping her on the TV screen. Nobody, hear me out when I say this. Nobody that watches sports truly cares about Malika Andrews' tape. Nobody's gonna stop, you know, after the Super Bowl and be like, man, I wonder what Malika thinks about this game. ESPN, hear me out, bro. Trust me, I'm in these streets. I am in the sports community streets. Trust me, I can tell you with 100,000% confidence, we do not care about Malika Andrews' opinion at all. Not even a little bit. And so for y'all to keep trying to force this progressive new age sports down our throats, bro, it's like eventually, this is why I love doing what I do, because I could be the dude. You know what I mean? I'm building a network, ESPN, to eventually replace y'all. This not a threat, not a you know, anything to be concerned about. You know, this wasn't my original life plan. But I, as a businessman and as a salesman, I have identified an opportunity. There is a need in the sports media world, because these sports media networks, like I said, the guys, the suits, and the offices have no idea how to entertain or cater their content to the audience that they to their core audience, to the guys that's going to actually take time out of their very one life to tune into some sports networks. I'm trying to be as cordial, diplomatic, you know, as professional as I can be with this particular subject, because when I heard about the firings and Malika Andrews wasn't included, especially coming off the controversy she's just come off with the NBA draft and Brandon Miller, I believe the kid was, especially coming off of that, it's just like, how was she not priority number one in the firings? It doesn't make sense, unless the only way it makes sense is if ESPN is on, like I say, some kind of progressive weird mission to you know, get rid of their core audience. That's all I can think of, man. And they're not attracted to us anymore. No longer are they trying to attract us to their product. You know, they thought, and this is another crazy part, you know, just thinking of the psychology of it. These fools put Malika Andrews on the screen to be eye candy, essentially, because nobody cares about her sports takes, and whoever gets upset about it, they can be upset about it. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about her sports takes. So essentially, she serves as eye candy, and people don't even want to look at her. You know, the guys. Let me tell you this, man. The dude that's in my communities, that's in these sports media streets, they're gonna tell you like I'm telling you right now. Yeah, she's a pretty girl, but she has an ugly mind. She has an ugly way of discussing the sport. You know, like she literally, when the NBA draft, when I seen that, she literally stopped the NBA draft to talk about, and this guy, Brandon Miller, was in a situation in his college, and it's like, what? What? Uncalled for, unnecessary. You know, I'm just trying to use all of the professional words right now, because if I was to really give y'all the off the camera savant, it would be worse than this, man. Because when I heard about these firings, like I say, I was puzzled. I will admit I was a little puzzled as to how ESPN can fix their executive books in a way to say, oh, we're gonna get rid of this person, and we're gonna keep this person. I'm not sure. I should have did my due diligence before I even popped this video up. I'm not sure, but if ESPN has kept Kendrick Perkins as well as Malika Andrews, I'm never watching that. I'm never watching it again. I'm never watching it. I am a semi fan of Stephen A. Smith. So, you know, they kept him, of course, although there's been rumblings and rumors about him even getting fired. How y'all got rumors about Stephen A. getting fired, but not Malika Andrews? Anyway, there's been rumors about Stephen A. even getting fired. And so it's like, bro, don't just give me a reason. No, ESPN, you giving me several reasons. This whole move right here was very was nasty work, man. Y'all got rid of a dude that's been loyal to this game and to that company for decades. You know what I'm saying? Put decades of their life into this. You know what I mean? And then for y'all to just X them off and then keep this chick. Now, if Malika Andrews is a budget friendly keep, I get that. You know what I mean? I've been in business before. I've been in those offices where, you know, you got to make those kind of decisions. You keeping certain employees because they're cheaper, and it's cheaper to keep those kind of guys instead of a Jeff Van Gundy or Jalen Rose. But nonetheless, this is a situation where I feel like, you know, sometimes businesses make moves to satisfy the bottom line, and sometimes businesses make moves to satisfy their customers despite of the bottom line. You know what I mean? And I feel like ESPN is big enough to have to cater to their audience, man. You know, the guys that made ESPN rich, you know, that made ESPN the worldwide leader in sports. We did that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you listening to this video, you more than likely contributed to ESPN becoming the worldwide leader in sports. And if you're over the age of 20, 18, you know what I mean? Like, ESPN ain't been, it's been hot for a while, but, you know, just being the unarguable or the undisputed leader in sports, you know, that's not always been the case. You know what I mean? Fox used to kill the game, and I'm trying to think of this other network. Was it CBS Sports? But anyway, ESPN has not always been the go-to. I mean, it's gotten there, but like I say, it's only gotten there because us, not the Malika Andrews of the world. I'm sure 10 years ago, Malika Andrews had no concerns about ESPN or the NBA or the likes of that. Like, I'm not willing to put my bottom dollar on it, because I'm not sure. She claims to always have been a Warriors fan, being from the Bay and all that kind of stuff. So that might be true, but I know for sure that I contributed to the ESPN becoming the worldwide leader in sports, and I feel a bit disrespected. You know what I mean? To get rid of guys that actually know the game, Jeff Van Gundy actually knows the game. Jeff Van Gundy is actually going to tell you the game and not give you the emotional hoopla that comes along with it with a lot of these quote unquote ESPN or sports news journalists. You know what I mean? Jalen Rose, he's a bit of a capper. You know, he be capping a little bit. He be on some space missions sometimes, but I can appreciate him more than I can appreciate Malika Andrews. ESPN, man. Like I said, if y'all get wind of this video, you're hearing it from a ground zero fan, a guy that has been watching you all, oh man, years, easily 2 decades. I don't like where y'all are going with this. I don't like it. I don't like the moves. I don't like how y'all moving. And like I say, if it's Stephen A. Smith's podcast for me, you know what I mean? The fact that ever since Stephen A. has started his podcast, I don't think I've really tuned into ESPN like that. Like at work, I might pop it on the screen in the office, you know, just to have some white noise while I'm doing my diligence. But outside of that, I just can't recall the last time I sat down and actually tuned into ESPN. You know what I mean? Maybe back in my college days when I had the futon, and you know, you just fall asleep to ESPN highlights. I think that's probably the last realistic time, but I might be capping myself. But you heard it first. You heard it first, man. You know what I mean? If you ain't hear it first here, then you heard it the realest here. ESPN, man, we don't like these moves, bro. We do not like these moves. We do not like Malika Andrews. Yes, she's very beautiful. She's a very well-spoken woman. Blah blah blah. But she does not. She is not an identifiable character to your core audience. You know what I mean? How she thinks, how she moves, and how she perceives the sports. It's not how the core audience. You know, we ain't sitting around here thinking about Joe Mazzulla's criminal record. You know who is? Malika Andrews. You know what I mean? I would hate to be a guest on ESPN. You know what I mean? I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't say it like that. But I know for sure if I was to come up on ESPN, you know what Malika Andrews gonna do? She know what she gonna do for your boy, man. She could probably hit y'all with some. When I was 17, I got arrested for egging houses. Malika Andrews gonna bring that up. I guarantee it. When I was 18, I got arrested for having some. I don't know if YouTube how they be moving, but some paraphernalia. You know what I'm saying? The 420. You know what I mean? Celebrating one of my first 420s. Got busted. You know what I mean? So that's on the record. If it is after all these years. Sorry, guys. So, you know what I mean? It's the matter of the fact that if I was on ESPN, I know, and Malika Andrews was a host, we 20% maybe, 10% maybe of the conversation would be about basketball. In the moment that she decided, oh yeah, Tony the Savant did this in 2007, I'm on heels, man. I'm on her heels. You know, like, sweetheart. Yeah. What? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that did happen. That's a fact. But also play high school. You know, I also play high school basketball. I also played a year in college. You know what I mean? I've been playing baseball my entire life. You know, and I think that's something a little bit more relevant when we're talking about the ESPN network. So, just a little example of how I've been perceiving this whole situation. If me myself was to go on ESPN, I know how this chick Malika Andrews is going to move if she is the host of the show. You know what I mean? Nasty work, ESPN. So that's my thoughts on it. Y'all, please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I'm dropping content on this platform. It's your boy Tony the Savant. I'm not a player, I'm not a coach, but I'm definitely a savant. Peace.